Hi guys, welcome Farm 26, Justin here. So I thought I would give a little walk around today, or drive around actually is what this is going to be. But yeah, just kind of show you what's going on. I was kind of hoping to be in the field already, not necessarily digging and planting, but chopping some stalks and whatnot. But yeah, well, I'll just kind of give you a heads up on what's going on. So here's service lineup, and the 86 and 9600, they are, for all intensive purposes, done. 9600 has a fuel leak. I'll probably dive into that, and I'll probably bring you guys in on that one. TW20, I forgot to service one thing. I am so not used to having front wheel assist. All the oil in the front is going to get changed. And the 4640, he's got a hydraulic leak we got to fix under the dash. There's our 602 Moline gravity box, not full of wheat, but there's 100 bushel in there, 100 and I probably cleaned 5 bushels of stuff out of that 100 and 111. So, all right, on to the next. So here's a twofer. I don't know if you can see that steel on that hay rack there or not, but we're gonna have to weld that in. We've got a tender that's going to go on top of there. But yeah, here's why we have not gotten in the field yet. You know, there's good spots of open ground, and yet you got that snow. And in order to stock chop, this has been stock chopped here. I did that last fall during harvest, and this is just kind of so I kind of had to drive around. And then this winter, while I was shipping some grain, you wouldn't be running into the stalks. But I don't know if you can see in there or not, but there you got stalk, you got leaf, you got a little bit of everything. And when you got that snow covering the leaf, you aren't going to shred that. So that's our big holdup on stock chopping. Well, there it is. That is the stock chopper, and you can see I parked her and in the snow. It is a 220 John Deere high speed. It does a fairly nice job. When we do get going, this is what we'll be using. I do have another one. It's an old Stan hoist, and he's got more issues than I care to deal with at the moment. But yeah, he's all greased up, ready to go. He'd be good for, you know, a day's worth of work, and then he got to go back to the grease gun. But yeah. And this is going to be our wheat field. And yeah, if you stomp your boot in, I mean, he's covering. So yeah, it really isn't that muddy. I mean, I could probably float. But yeah, it's all that stuff there. We got to get chopped up. I mean, yeah, you can see a lot standing. So this is a 120 acre cornfield. It is all gonna get stock chopped, but I don't know if you can see that tree line or differentiate that tree line there. It's actually a rock pile is what it is. We're gonna divide this into 2 pieces. It'd be roughly 50 acres on this side, and this side is gonna be wheat. Now this chunk here is, and I don't know if you can see the geese there or not, but they're laying there on the edge there. But it's 70 acres, and we are going to have to dig this year. So you guys might actually get to see some tillage equipment come out of the brush, out of the woodwork, and get her going and get her planted. Planting on soybeans here. So. So this is the part some of you guys have been waiting for, some of you guys haven't been. I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far. But so here's our goal, what we've got for goals for this month, 200 watch hours. We are at today, I just pulled the numbers, 83.6. Subscribers are 40, or the goal is 40. To date, we're 26. Thank you all for subscribing. I really do appreciate those that have. Do remember down in the comments, if you guys want that end of month where you're all listed out or whatever, do comment. I haven't received anything on that yet. So, okay, video's 20, so I've got 14, including this one you're watching right now. I'm not sure exactly what the time will be on this one. I'm kind of shooting for that 12, 13, 14, whatever. I do have one in there that is just short of my kind of 15-minute want, but it's short by a minute, so I'm going to count it. Watch time is up. So we did have a peak of 7 minutes on a video watch time, which I think is pretty awesome. 15-day average is close to 5 minutes. Last month it was like 2.5 minutes of video. And our views are right around 70 in a 48-hour period. So I think we're clipping right along. I don't know if we're gonna for sure make them or not, but we're pretty close. But anyways, I set you up here. This is our no-till drill, and we didn't get him in last month's deal, but the special thing about him are its openers. You'll have to, I'm going to apologize because they are kind of dirty, but there you go. I don't know what that is, but you got a gauge wheel on each opening disc, and you know, I think I'm going to get the tripod in. Okay, maybe this does it a little better justice. So, and you can see on the back opener here, actually I might show you the fronts. So you got an opener, and it is single disc blade. You got a gauge wheel, and then here you've got a little seed wheel and a press wheel. So, it's hard for me to see. So here you got a spring that keeps, you know, a spring pressure down on each opener. And every row unit is the same. The only difference is this side, all the gauge wheels are facing out this way, and that side you got 12 gauge wheels facing that way. Other than that, they're the same. They're just mirrored. But yeah, if you take and drive this over a 2x4, it will split it. I mean, it does cut into ground, and it cuts hard. It is only 15 feet wide, and I don't know if you can see here or not, there's these two uprights. I do have a set of markers for it that I made, and we are going to fix them. It is hard to see where you've been, so we're gonna fix them up before we pull them out of the shed. And pulling them out of the shed might come sooner than you think. And we are going to have a video of spring servicing him. And spring service is, it's more than just spring service. It's a daily service. Each one of these, I can't remember how many Zerks they have. I can't remember if it's 5 or 7 or whatever it is, but there's 24 openers. It ends up being about a 1.5 tubes of grease a day. But if you don't do it, I got a neighbor that's got or had identical openers on his drill, and gauge wheels laying in the fields, these press wheels laying in the fields. I mean, the guy just spent and spent and spent and spent and spent on these repair bills when it could have all been just solved by biting the bullet. And yeah, I think he would have been close to 3 tubes a day, but I mean, if you're at that point, you get an electric grease gun and you just go at it. And this is the 955 Minneapolis Moline. This is the tractor I started farming with. Man, do I want to get it going again. And I can see you guys are all crooked. It is 97 horse. It's not a huge tractor, and it's, to be honest with you, It's kind of small for what I need nowadays. Actually, I could really use its bigger brother, a 1355, and that, you know, I might do that someday. You gotta excuse the mess here a little bit. They had air compressor crap out on me. But anyway, I'm going to show you why he's parked and not used. So these heads have been into a number of machine shops. And I don't know if you can see right there between them valves, but this isn't a normal diesel head. The valves actually sit in a little bit. This one's pretty close to flush, but this one is recessed. This one here. But they crack right there. And to find a machine shop that will work on that is about like finding hen's teeth. I think these heads in the past 2.5 years have been to 5 different machine shops and welding shops, and yeah, that's why she sits. Man, I really don't want to use it as a main tractor, but you know, it would work. It actually works real nice on that no-till drill. It's got the right hydraulics. It's they're a touch slow on it. And when I say touch slow, I'm comparing this to that 4640 Deere, and Deere's always had a, I don't know if I'd call it the greatest hydraulics on the market, but they've always had very good hydraulics. And yeah, they're good hydraulics. They're just a little bit slower. But just the sheer weight of this tractor and that no-till drill, you really don't need you don't need a lot of horse. You need 100 horse to run it, but you don't need any more. And that 46 is actually more horse than what you need on it. He actually works real nice. You go along, you know, 4.5 mile an hour. He really works a trick. But yeah, with them cracked heads. And all 3 of them are cracked. 2 of them are worse than the other one, but in all reality, I need 3 heads to make them good again. Well, I gotta find my glasses. It's pretty not bright out today, but my eye's still bugging me, and yeah. So I'm gonna kind of end the video with this little project. So this little white auger here had been sitting, well, we got an old Minneapolis Moline corn sheller where you'd take your picked corn and you'd shell it instead of combining it. But anyways, this auger had been sitting on there for as long as I can remember. Now, I don't know if Grandpa took it in on trade with something or what its whole idea in life was, but it had a Delco starter to power it. Now, I don't know if it was just inconvenient. I don't know. I really don't know. I do know this, the jumper cables, and that's basically what ran to your battery with it, were too short for me to really do anything with. And I said, you know what? I have a fertilizer auger that was run hydraulically. I got the motor off of that. The auger rusted away. Oh, I think I replaced it last year. Maybe the year before, I can't remember. But why can't I put that on that little 4-inch auger? You know? At least then, and it doesn't matter if I'm dealing with it or if Dad is, but yeah, if you gotta fill a drill, I mean, it's got the nice poly spout. Maybe I'll show that to you real quick. I mean, you just bring your spout and it telescopes. and you fill your drill. You pull your hydraulics and you fill your drill. I use that to fill the planter in a little bit different setup, but I figured, you know what? Let's get some use out of it. Sure beats a shovel and a bucket. And yeah, so that's my idea behind him. Now these are the old hoses off of my off of that no-till drill for the marker. I'm gonna make some new ones, and we'll use them. We'll use them to, or we'll use new ones when we actually get to getting him set. But yeah, what's wrong with that? Man, I kind of see nothing but good out of this. I'm not saying that I won't shovel or shovels are bad, but let me tell you, every time you can avoid one, and you guys aren't seeing nothing. So me and shovels kind of go like this, you know, you gotta have them, but if you can avoid using them, and you can auger, man, that auger is a lot stronger than you are, even if it's a little one. There, you think we got them right side to right side? I doubt it. I doubt it. But oh, and then I got my hose all twisted up. I just hope these hoses don't have any holes in them. I kind of got to using that that John Deere corn planter for planting everything, and you know, I was always going to fix these, and man, that planter, it just does such a nice job that let's see, we'll go this way. That planter does a nice job, and it's 30 feet. It's just kind of the way to go. Well, there you go. Now it should just be clicking a lever, and man, we can unload that wheat. I think what we're going to do though is I'm going to run it through the screener one more time. So that wheat there was actually fairly clean. I didn't take much out of it as far as screenings. But what's left is when you combine wheat, you can set your combine one of two ways. You can thresh hard, and it's real easy to get these little white caps on your wheat, and you don't want. What it does is it knocks your kernels in half. What you want is kind of what was here. There's just a little bit stuck of the hull stuck to the wheat. And I think if we run them through a second time, we're going to have very, very few of them left. Like I said, the rest was actually fairly clean. All right, well, I think I'm going to let you guys go with that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.